Okay, guys, episode 2 of the live account series. This one's going to be a doozy for me because it requires, what the hell? Close oldest session and persistent connection. It requires super duper extra transparency because though I had a profitable couple days, there was a lot of chop. So honestly, I'm going to show the stats on Tradovate screen first, and then I'm literally just going to turn the executions on for this chart just so you guys can laugh at me. Let's see. Switch to screen 2. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, here we are. Oh, by the way, and also at the time of this recording, I've switched to the new model, which is more education based. Everyone who is a current member has been DM'd with the opportunity to get a prorated refund. Since we're continuing with a different model, we're not going to be doing 5-second chart scalps for signals anymore, only higher time frame signals. And then most of the value is going to come from those, and then education, Q&A, streams on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons, and a bunch of other stuff, but we're going to get into that another time. I'm going to make a separate video or like Twitter page or Twitter post or something. Anyways, let's go to, how do you do this again? Up here. Right. Trade performance. This is so bad. Profitable trades, 47%. Not what we like to see. I'm a pretty win rate oriented guy mentally. So when I have win rate days like this, it's definitely hard on me. I think my previous day was like this as well. So lots of gain, lots of loss. I like lots of gain. I don't like lots of loss. There are ways to avoid this sometimes, but it did kind of feel like I wasn't able to avoid it. This day, looks like I went down to as far as negative $68 today, came up all the way to a positive 99 at one point. I don't remember getting up that high, actually, now that I think about it. When the hell was that? Oh no, maybe this just isn't so like this isn't linear. My bad. I'm stupid. This is just showing like when I won the trades and stuff. So it looks like my biggest winner was definitely bigger than my biggest loser, but I had a couple contracts on that loser. So had a couple decent winners here. A lot of break-even losers, really small losers for like $20. Let me go to the previous data. What about this week? So again, we're on this, well, never mind. What is it, this week, last week? What about this month? Try that. 51% on the month. Golly, that's so bad. It just happens where I have these like stacked up small losers, and then it just turns into bigger winners, and then stacking up the small losers, bigger winners, some bigger winners, break-even losers, winners. So I think it's just like even counting trades that I wouldn't consider a loss, like break-even trades that you lose on the contracts. I think it's kind of those as losses as well. But anyways, we're up today 117. So in total on the accounts from the starting point, we're up 22%. Just really risking mostly like 1, 2, and even sometimes up to a few micros most times. And then let me go to here, switch my screen back so you guys can see this and see me. Settings, executions. This is, golly. It looks way worse than it actually is, I promise. So let's go to the 1 minute and see kind of what happened here. Review the trades real quick. So what happened here? Bought here, sold here. Which one happened first? This was just pretty much break even. I think I realized this trade wasn't going in my favor at the time, so I hopped out of it. Over here, I'm gonna look on the trade. It was at 9:30, so let me go over there. 9:30. I'm going on my Tradovate account and seeing like when these happen. Okay, so I bought it. It seems like I bought it preemptively along this candle here, and then when it came below this low, I sold out. Yeah, came below that low, I sold out right here. So I got rated, thought maybe that this would hold, and it didn't. It got swept. So when it came up a little bit higher, I hopped in for a long and scalped a long for, what is that, 22 to 36, so like 14 points or so, $30, $28, and made the loss back on that one. And then I was at break even, and then over here, what happened here? On the 5 second, looks like I bought and then sold. So the 5 second got really bullish here, and I was trying to catch the flip early, which there never ended up being a flip, so it was just like stupid all around. I'm glad that I had a pretty tight stop loss though, because having the stop loss where it was, maybe only lose about 10.5 points, lost $21 on that trade. When that happened, I just decided I'm going to wait and actually wait for a confirmation for a flip. I'm going to go to the 5 second. Wanted to wait for an actual confirmation for a flip. And I saw that we did a flip here. And this also got confirmed on NASDAQ as well. So I try to buy here because I figured it's pretty low risk. Buying at 604, stop here. So I got stopped out for a tiny bit on that one. I think I got stopped out. I also had a buy right here as well. So I got right back into it. So I lost on that trade $30. And then when it came through here, because we're deep into this zone, so we're hitting at least the 60%, it looks like, of this zone. We make a flip up. We're showing very bearish order flow already to begin with, and we hit our flip up, and then we immediately dump down and then flip right back down. That's a fake flip zone. That's as good as a flip on the 1 minute for me in certain circumstances, which I'll be talking about in the new education model premium group. So then I switched to shorts with 2 contracts here. So I stopped out of 2 of them and then entered shorts on 2 of them, one at a time. Put my stop loss up above the flip that sent us down, and targeting looks like 578 and then 571. And that was because I had said in the Discord server that I believed that we were going to be heading to 572 after going and taking 640. The 640s. Let me pull that up on the screen real quick. I need some redeeming trades right now because these executions look like such a mess. Higher time for analysis. Let's see right here. Let's see. So, can you guys still see the screen? Yeah. Okay. So it said, if it's going to go down here, or if it's going to go down, we'd like to see it ready. I meant to say retrace at least the 640s from here before continuing lower. May look for short entries up there or above. I didn't end up taking shorts from there, but it did go back up into the 640s up here. That was where I was looking for it to come to. I said that at 6:35 a.m. No, 7:07 a.m. 7:07 a.m. is 9:07, so that was around right here. So around 9:07 right here. That's why I was trying to long it, because I knew it was going to go up there, but I didn't want it to go any lower. At 9:07, I said I think it's going to come up to the 640s. Came up into the 640s, and then I anticipated that would send us down to the 5 72 is what I said in the narrative section about like a draw for either there at least or lower. And then at 941, which is at 1141, so around here, I said I believe that this is a fake retrace and that we're going to head lower. So that's when I obviously was postured for shorts again. So this chop, I don't even want to talk about this. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think I was just like literally trying to catch the bottom, because over on the left, I was anticipating this to hold. And the reason that my bias flipped that we're going to continue to go down and that this was a fake retrace up is because this got swept. This getting swept is not like a bullish liquidity sweep. This is an extremely bearish liquidity sweep, because on the 1 minute, if you look, this is supposed to be like a very solid low. It's supposed to be a very solid low because it's below this flip down here. So we flipped down, right? We were trending down, we flipped up, we flipped back down, then we flipped back up, then we went and wicked this out. When you touch this, this is not like a little, this is a nice friendly low to take and then run up. This is not a friendly low to take and then run up. This is a low that says you're going down. You're going down like a fat kid on a seesaw. Here's your 2-hour swing right here, and you're gonna get dumped through, right? And it already was pretty apparent that it was going to be dumping through, so 640 shorts would have been really nice, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. There was no model there. There was also no model here, so I don't know why I was able to bring myself to do that one, but not the one that worked. Anyways, let's continue the story. I ended up saying, you know what, screw this, I'm getting out of here. When we swept that low, I think, no. Where did I got out. I lost like literally 120 or 130 or so on that trade. Tried a couple more buys a little preemptively at the bottom. And then when I finally saw that we had made a draw for a fake retrace, I knew that I wasn't going to be taking this long and holding it to Kingdom Come, but I knew that the next thing that the market was going to be doing was going long. I went ahead and took along with lower risk anticipation that we were going to flip up on the 1 minute. It looked postured for that flip, so we did it and I was able to capitalize on it. I went ahead and took profit on one at the 50% of this zone, and then I took a contract at another on the top of this. No, sorry, that's stupid. I bought, so I added to my position here, my bad. So I sold out of one. When we got confirmation of a second swing, you guys can still see the screen, right? Yeah. I sold out of one here just in case this flipped us down. This zone flips us down. It doesn't, so when we get a confirmation of a second swing, I go ahead and enter another contract for my long. And then that long got 25 points. The original long got 50 points. So this long down here, I TP'd here for 50 points. And the other one, I TP'd up here for 25 points. At that point, I tried to switch to shorts because I believed that we were going to go down from there temporarily, and I was right. I ended up stopping myself out here, though, at exactly break even among the three contracts. I lost $2 on two and made $6 on one of them, or $3 on two, $6 on one of them. Very, very small exchange there. And then from here, looks like I tried a long and it worked for $5. I wanted to hold it a little bit higher, but I just had a feeling that we had a lot of ranging to do. So I got in here and then I got out here for like 2.5 points profit, which I'm glad I did because I probably would have just set and forget with a stop loss and then ended up getting stopped out. So basically a break-even trade right there. Just being able to read the market and see that it's in a ranging environment. So then from there, I just left it alone and let it do its thing for a while. And then at this point, this up here is when I entered in the short. So let's go and look at the 1 minute real quick. Why did I get in this short? And I actually put this in the Discord as well, in the narrative section right here. This was at 11:51. I'm not doing signals for scalps anymore, so I was kind of trying to hint towards this as best I could. 15-minute bearish, 1 minute still structurally bearish as well. If a short entry was to appear on lower time frame here, I'd be interested in that. 50% of 1 minute swing that previously gave good distribution down, back down. That was at 11:51, which is 1:51 market time, so 13:51. So it was actually a little bit after I had already gotten in, and I was just letting people know, hey, there's a good trade opportunity here. So this one we're actually gonna have to switch to NQ for real quick, because NQ shows the proper candlestick structure, whereas MNQ does not as far as the 5 second goes. So here's our 50% of the zone. Here's our 5 second. Up here, our flip happened when we confirmed this swing higher. So we put in a high, a low, and then a high. We close above it. And once we go and close below that, there is an entry confirmation right there. If you're someone who likes to wait for a second swing, there's an entry confirmation right there. If you're someone who likes to wait for a third swing, there's an entry confirmation over here. So there were a lot of short opportunities. I took one partial to make sure that my risk was my trade was risk-free, because I didn't want to lose anymore. So protecting myself, basically. I knew that because I got in at the 543 level, my stop loss was up here. It was about 7 points. So when I got down here and I was able to secure about 10 points, I went ahead and took profit on that, just to make sure that if I lose, I'm not actually losing anything on this trade. And then I held until I exited this 1 minute swing right here. And that one did me $67. And that, I think that was the last trade I took for the day. That put me up 117. So what is that, like 11.7% on the day, almost 12% on the day. If you add back the commissions, it's definitely over 12%. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So I'm just gonna get rid of these so I can pretend that shit didn't happen. But yeah, that's the gist of the whole thing. 2 hour has this big dump down right here. Got to pay attention to this swing. This swing doesn't have an SNDR. There's no place for us to test a trade to see if price is going to bounce from an SNDR, to see if the zone's going to work. So I'm already leaning towards it not holding, unless we are to go really deep anyways. When we go deep, that's when we're looking for a retracement. We're not looking for a retracement up here when there's no SNDR. We're looking for a retracement when it comes back down lower. When it takes this out, my bias switches to either it needs to be DNB, which means that we need to do a big strong pullback with like a strong IFEG, followed by a higher low that doesn't go anywhere near the range of this order block here. But obviously that's not what happens. We are sticking around in the range of this. That makes it bearish for me. So yeah, I mean, had a bias and waited for my opportunity for the actual good trade there. Waited for a draw here, was able to take advantage of a quick retrace. Didn't overstay my welcome in that long market. Didn't overstay my welcome in the short. Just got in, got my money, got out. Pretty simple day when you don't count all the war crimes that I committed. So yeah, I'll go back to the Tradovate screen real quick. Just for one more look. That is it. Just so you guys can see, here's the 1 minute. I'm going to zoom out so you can see all the executions are exactly as reflected on the trading view screen. So full transparency, still the same account number. If the balance is like not exactly $117 off, that's because I had a day yesterday. I mean, it doesn't show the executions from the previous days, so there's nothing I can do about that. I didn't make a video about it, but I had basically a break-even day, maybe with like, I don't even know, like $30, $40 profit or something. So didn't really feel like making a video about such small profits. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in episode 3.